Hello, everyone. How are you? I'm Christian Rangel from the Grumiland. We're so excited to have you all here in this first Talking Dogs with Ante and Mieke today. Um, we are going to start doing this. We hope everyone gets something out of it. I think it's really exciting to have handlers and breeders, judges sharing with us. So here you are, Ante and Mieke.
Hi everyone. Hello, Mieke.
Hi, Ante, how are
Now it's
you?
only
Do you hear
I'm.
me?
I hear you. Yes, not perfect, but I think it's more important if other people hear you than me. But I think it will be okay. Okay, so hi everybody. First of all, let me thank you all for joining us today. We are doing this for the first time, both me and Mieke and Christian and Jovana and everybody. So we hope it's going to go okay. You don't want to see how the things in my kitchen look like they have taped my mobile phone with a sellotape for my battery and so on and so on. Mieke was trying all kind of lights, so I really hope it's going to be okay. If you need some, if you have some special questions or you don't hear us well or you lose something, just let us know so we will try to fix it during the interview. Okay, Mieke, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, you have your glass of wine because look, I have a glass of Red Bull to keep me awake and in a good mood.
I forgot it's still in the kitchen, but that's okay.
Hey, I told you I want to do it Graham Norton style with a little bit of alcohol, and you forgot it.
You
Okay.
know why?
Anyhow, so
Yeah.
yes, it was a busy afternoon. Anyhow, I'm really happy to have you, Mieke, today with us. I think you are one of the definitely one of the most famous breeders in the world. A person with incredible knowledge and experience in dogs. And as we are doing it for the first time, I think it is great that we have you because I think you are one of the few people who are really well known all around the world. You have been successful with your dogs almost on all the continents. The people who are watching us live, we will give them the possibility to make questions,
Mhm.
obviously for you, not for me. And if I will not be able to follow these questions because I don't see anything at the moment on my screen, then Jovana will try to contact Javier and he will bring me a little paper with the questions and I will ask you that. So I didn't give you the questions in advance.
No,
I spoke
probably you
last night
didn't.
with Andrew. He said that can lead to a little disaster, but I want to do it this like really to be spontaneous, and I want to hear honest opinions of from you.
All right.
I don't want to have anything prepared. I think we all know each other, and we are live among only dog people. So I think this will be more interesting. And in a way, I was thinking. This thing can finish only in two ways. So it can be fantastic or can be a complete disaster. I think the worst would be to be boring. I think you agree.
Yes.
Okay, Mieke. So here it is. First of all, as you can see, I live with one of the most famous dog groomers in the world, but I have hair like this, and your hair looks very good. And so I want to ask you, what is the situation in the Netherlands with this coronavirus? How it's going there?
Well, it is like it's going up and down, I think. It is a lot of complainings, of course, but most of the people do what the government wants them to do, staying a lot in the house. But I think we are now at a point that people get very impatient, boring, and it takes too long, I think, and especially for younger people. Dog people, breeders are used to stay in the house, most of the time we are at home. But I can imagine that younger people and like you and Javier and all the others are so used to travel.
Yes.
And we have that too here. So it must be terrible, that's for sure. But of course, it's for a good thing. I think something goes wrong.
Let me check with Ante Mieke. I think
Yeah,
he's,
something
yeah.
goes
Let me
wrong.
check.
I
I
see. Yeah.
think yes.
See
Hold
just
on.
silent smiley face of him all the time.
Yes, yours is good now, and this is not. Let me just double check.
Okay.
Yes, I think I
Sorry.
can. Yes,
It's the
that's
first
okay.
time, huh?
It says on screen. Let me check. Oh, I think it's coming back. Constellation. Hopefully he charged his phone. But give me just a minute, guys.
Mm.
And okay, let me invite him again. Invite Ante. What is Ante? Okay, here we go. Okay, I think he might be coming back. 3, 2, 1.
Ah, now I see all the names. It's so good to see them all.
Yes, you see all
Thank
the names here, all the
Yeah,
people.
we're online.
We have
I see them all
88
now.
joining live.
Yeah,
Hold on, guys. Just waiting
I
on
see.
Ante to get connected again.
Yeah,
Something happened. Okay.
then I can see say hi Sergio, hi Crystal, Tammy, hi Jason, hi Monica, all of you. Oh,
Hmm, let's see. Hold on, guys.
hi
I'm trying
Carol.
to get Ante.
Hi Anne.
Let's see.
Hi Barbara. Hi Dana. It's funny to see them all. Sorry, Monica, it's in the kitchen. I couldn't I couldn't reach it. It started before I knew.
I'm trying to contact Ante, guys. I think he's trying to join us again. Let's
Mm.
see where he go.
Hi Annie. Hi
Come
Annie.
on, Ante. I'm trying to invite him. Okay, I'm trying.
Ze zien jou de hulp krijgt
Okay,
antwoord.
1, 2, 3.
Jou de hulp. Lopen met Anne. Ja, dat is ook goed.
Yes, Ante's signal. I think Ante's signal came down. Let's just wait a little bit. I'm trying to get him in again.
Oh, we will manage.
Just accept. Okay. Okay.
Oh, wonderful, Crystal. I just read it. That is great. Of course, Jason, you can ask a question now because of the wait.
Yes, if you guys, we can ask a couple of questions to Mieke, and
Yeah,
then
of course.
and then we can wait for Ante, and I can either read them to her or she can read them either way. So yes, let's. You guys can ask some questions.
Mm. Tony
It
said,
says, Mieke,
"What do
what do
you
you
think?"
think about the people complaining about grooming look on Athens? Is there grooming they are upset about, or the lack of quality on their own dogs? Is this all they can complain about?
Well, I think nowadays the Affenpinsches really look good with this grooming. They at least are seen in this very, very big group too. And in a way, I like it. They should be pretty. These are pretty little dogs, and it is, in my opinion, not a dog who is not who's supposed not to be seen. And I think it's a show. So when somebody goes to a party, at least you dress up too. And this is my opinion about grooming Affenpinsches. I don't like Affenpinsches who are not groomed. I think it's just a little black dog. I like them really how they look nowadays, groomed and pretty, and that's my opinion about it. But of course, not everybody is able to. You have to learn it, and it's a lot of work before you know
Yes.
how to do it. And I think that's the most. Um, how can I say that this is the most difficult thing to do? To make it look nice, not
Yes.
overdoing, but nice.
Yes.
So
Yes. Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna tell you guys. Let me come back on the screen so I can show them how we do all this, just to make it easy on everyone. Okay, so I'm back. So let's see, guys. On your right side, you're gonna have that comments. That usually we leave that for comments. It's easier on the bottom here, on the bottom of your screen. You're just gonna see where it says "Ask a question," and if you wanna post questions there, that way, if people keep commenting, we don't lose those questions. So on the bottom, if you want to ask the questions, and then on the right side, let's just leave that for comments and people join in, because usually they keep saying like hi, 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 and then your question will go away. So on the bottom, please ask the questions, and either me or Giovanna will try to get all these questions to Ante. That way, works good. So let me see. Ante was gonna try to get on his computer because I think he was on his phone, and probably that's what happened. Let's see. Okay. Okay. So what's your another question says, what was your most special moment in the dog world?
My most special moment is, of
Okay,
course,
I think I'm back.
the winning of.
There he is. Okay. Let me hold on, Mieke.
Oh
Let
my God.
Ah,
Even a moment. Nes-
come on, Ante.
Okay,
Okay, we can hear you, Ante, but we cannot see you. Okay. Okay.
okay. I'm going to try to fix now the camera and everything to be okay again.
Yes. 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 I think that's good. I think that's good. I think that's good. Right there, Ante. Yes.
Okay, everybody can hear me now and see me or what?
yeah,
Yes, yes, yes. I think we're good. Okay, go for
we
it. Bye
can hear
bye.
you.
Okay. Just just don't ask me what has happened
We don't.
because yeah, don't ask because this was like a really big disaster, and I have five people going around and screaming and trying to fix it, and we were not able to fix it. But I think now we are okay because I have gone through Ivan's mobile because mine was doing some stupidity. I really hope now it's going to be okay. I don't know what did they ask you. I have heard some things a little bit what they have asked you, but we have stopped on this thing of the virus in your country and if you can go out of home and how are the things.
Hmm.
Yes, don't worry. We are doggy people.
You were asking, Ante? Couldn't
Yes,
hear you.
about how are the things in Netherlands? Like, are you allowed to go out of home? Can you go from one city to
Yes,
another?
yes, yes, yes. We are allowed to go for grocery shoppings, and we are allowed to go for clothes, and we are allowed to go with a car. But when you go with a car, you can go nowhere than driving around because nothing else is open. No restaurants, no. It is very quiet in the streets, and I think the people are really doing a good job with this to stay home. But now they get very impatient. You know what I mean? You can feel this feeling of not happy. They wanted to stop. They wanted just to stop. That's what I feel. And now
Yeah, we
the
are
the
also.
um, the IC is going down because now I think there is like 700 people on the IC in Holland in total with the corona. So it was up to 14 or 1500. I don't know anymore, but so it's going better, which I of course hope is
Okay.
going quick.
Yeah, we are also like we don't have big numbers, but they're opening the things slowly one by one. So let's see how this will go. Anyhow,
Yeah.
let's move from the from the present, which is not really good, especially with all these technical problems and everything. Let's go a little bit in the past. Okay, so I think like most of people who know you, and I mean there are not a lot of people who know you really well personally, but most of the people have heard about you. I know you are very enthusiastic and a big lover of horses. And what I want to ask you, how did you start in dogs? Like, why did you choose the dogs? And I mean, why did you decide to have purebred dogs? This is like what I would like to know.
Well, I'm very honest when I say to you, I cannot even remember our first dogs because there were always dogs at my home, when I was a child. There were dogs, there were horses, there was everything. And, there was always a Bernese mountain dog, as long as I can remember. And when I got married, then I wanted a dog, for my own, a nice dog. And I can remember that one day I was at the veterinarian, I don't know which dog it was, and then I saw a little Boston Terrier. And I felt so much in love with this little beautiful puppy, and I started to talk to this lady, and she said, "Well, we have one for sale in a minute." I just wanted it. It was such a cute dog, and then I think that was the beginning of the purebred.
But
And
but before you got married, you have never gone to a dog show or anything
no,
similar to
no,
that.
no, 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 just horses, horse shows every weekend, but no dogs, no.
Okay, and I mean, people know that you are now famous with Affenpinchers, but I know don't know how many of them know that you didn't start with the Affenpinchers. You
No, I
have
didn't.
just now
Yeah,
mentioned that you started with the Bostons. So
yeah.
can you tell me just about a little bit about this story of you starting with the Bostons, and then at some point you also had Japanese chins, I
Yes,
remember.
yes, yes. Actually, I started with the Boston's. I think it was. Oh my God, that is about 30 years ago. Yeah, 30
Okay,
years ago. It's a long time. And yeah, we started to breed, and get fun in the breed. And then I don't know how it came. One day we said, okay, we want a litter from this. And then I got really involved with this show people. And I was very, very lucky that I ended up with this older couple from Trajanus, who were very, very famous in that time. They were very close friends to Mrs. Koudijs, who was the Baroness who had the Bostons. And these people were so nice, to I was just young and I wanted to start, but they were very willing to help me, to say, okay, you can do this, we help you, but you have to come to a show to see. So that was the start of shows. And then I was
okay.
about,
And you you
I
you,
think,
sta- you
4 years.
started
Hmm?
you started showing first the Bostons.
Yes. And then, of
Okay.
course, my daughter, Iris, was very small. And she was always complaining, I want a dog of my own. And I said, you know what, Iris, look on the show. And if you see a nice breed that you want, tell me. And I buy a little dog for you to show. And actually, that was a Japanese chin. She felt head over
Okay.
heels in love with his little chins. And then we did buy a chin, which was a very good one, was winning a lot. And then another chin came in, and that's actually how the chins came into the Bostons too. And it was a
Okay.
fantastic breed. I really loved this little chins, but we stopped because of there was a lot of health issues, a lot.
Both with Bostons and the chins,
No,
or
no,
only
no,
with the
no, no,
chin?
no, no. We had never problems with the Bostons. The only problems to be honest, I had with the Bostons, mine were terrible fighters to each other.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
they
well,
were
they are
really.
terriers.
Oh, and I never knew because that was the part they never told me until we had
Okay.
a very terrible fight that one got killed. And then they said to me, "Oh, but we had this too," and I was totally not prepared to these things. But we couldn't, we could separate in, and you do that for a while, but then you start to think, I don't want this, I don't need these fights anymore. We kept a few and we bred a few litters more after that, but then quietly, we quit the Bostons and started with the Affenpinches.
Okay. And I mean, often pinchers, especially in Europe, even now, when you look at them, most of the often pinchers, I mean, they're not really a pretty sight for somebody who will
No,
just come and see, oh, he's so pretty. Because I mean, I
oh,
remember
no, no,
when
no,
I
no.
was young, and when I was
No,
young,
I had
and
the same. I understand. I understand exactly what you were saying. But I can remember that one day we were sitting at the show, Karina Rutte, from the Papillons and me, and we were discussing, oh, what do you like, and this breed and that breed. And then we suddenly said, you know what? these faces of these Affenpinsches are so cute. And I said, you know what? I will ask my friend in America. Maybe they have a nice one over there. And then I was calling Alan Buckner, who was a judge in that time. And I was asking Alan, are there Affenpinsches in America? And he said, oh, we have wonderful Affenpinsches, even group winning Affenpinsches. I said, oh. So I decided to fly over with another friend. And I fell totally in love with the ones in America. They
but
were
but
so
I mean,
pretty and so beautiful.
yes,
And
but
then he
I
said
mean,
to me, well, hmm?
I mean, they. I suppose that at the time when you have gone to America to see them, they didn't look like the Athens that you have seen in Europe.
No, 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 not at all. But I was not that stupid because I was reading the standard, and qua the standard was exactly the same as we had. You know, they should be short, they should be, they could be a little bit reserved, but they should be have a beautiful monkey face, and you know, all this was in the American Affenpinsches. It was not in the European Affenpinsches at that time. Most of them were long, and they were afraid, and it was totally nothing that they really came close to any standard of the Affens. The only thing was they
Yes.
had 42 teeth.
Yeah. Well,
That
okay.
was
At some point, that was the most important thing in many
that
breeds.
was
But
yes, because I can remember that we came with Kicker the first time on show, and there was a very famous breeder, and she said to me, "Well, my dog has 42." I said, "Well, it is an Affenpinscher, not a teeth pincher, lady. It is, you know. Look at yours." Oh, we had a terrible time in the beginning. It was not easy, really, especially not. You
yeah,
know, it was
I mean,
really difficult.
yeah, I can imagine because I remember when I was young. I mean, my family, my grandfather, he was like a big lover of schnauzers, you know.
Hmm.
And my mother also she was always saying, okay, if we are going to have any breed, we are going to have schnauzers. So when
Yeah,
I was like young enough, you know, I would open these old books, and when I would see these pictures of schnauzers, I would say, I don't want this dog. I mean, this dog is not pretty. I don't
exactly.
want it.
It's
You know.
exactly yeah,
But then I have
exactly.
yes, and then I have started, you know, to look in other countries, and you know, when imagine that when I was young, there was no Facebook or internet or all these
Mm.
things. I mean, we have been discovering the things in much more difficult way. But
Yeah,
at some point, I also discovered that schnauzers can be really pretty, and
of course.
yeah, this is why for me also would be strange that, you know, looking at the European Affen pictures at that time, how many years was that ago when you have seen the first Affen picture, more or less?
I think it was for me. It was like when I started off in Pins, it was in 2000, so it's 20 years ago.
Yeah,
So
no, 20
imagine, you
years
know, we
ago.
looked at that.
Yes,
But then I thought
I,
also to find the balance, you know, in this. That was the big challenge for me, you know. We know we couldn't bring them like they brought them in America. That's nicely groomed and everything. This was a too much shock for everybody. But it didn't mean that we didn't groom at all. You know, we started somewhere. We tried to find the middle, and that was not easy in the beginning to find a good bitch which fits, you know, to a really American bred Affenpinscher. That was not easy, really, but we
yeah,
did.
but I mean, so generally speaking, like when you went to America and when you
Hmm.
decided to get the first Affen picture, you didn't know a lot about the breed. I mean, you just started to discover them.
Well, no, I didn't, because like you said, there was not that much, you know, in internet or these things. So we saw some pictures. You know, we saw pictures from Westminster, and already on these pictures I saw these are not the dogs, you know, they are like they have here. They're much prettier and much funnier, you know, and his faces were so cute groomed, you know, this round groomed. This thing they didn't do here,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
you
I
know,
know,
to
I
make
know.
the face open and cute, you know, and funny, and it was not existing here. But I also knew when we would take one that would be a problem, you know, to stay in this totally. You needed, you know, to build up
Yeah.
something and to find, you know,
Okay,
a
so
bitch what.
you bought your first beach in America.
No, no, no. I
No.
bought my first male in America at the Yarrows Kennel,
Okay.
and I think that was my biggest luck, because you know as well as I that in breeding you need a lot of luck. And my
Of
big,
course.
big, big luck was that I had a male like him. But then, of course, to find a bitch was another issue. You know, was a big problem. And I looked around, and Germany and all these countries, there was nothing. And then suddenly somebody said to me, there is a breeder in Finland, an older couple, really old little lady, old little man was breeding Affenpinsches up in the mountains in Finland. And that is where I did buy my champion female to breed to
Okay.
Kicker. And that never happened because, I knew if I breed her now to kicker, I'm stuck again. So I was asking this lady, can I breed to this little male of you? And she said, no problem, we can breed, we can send her pregnant. And she did. And out of that came a little bitch. And that bitch we bred to kicker. And out of that came this beautiful litter that we kept them all five. That
Okay.
was
Yeah. So it means actually you started with European lines, but then you
yeah.
added
No.
the American.
I started with an American male,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
with a
but
European
European
female.
big.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, yeah. Okay. And tell me, like, this is when I was preparing the questions, this one thing came to my mind, and I mean I read some interviews with you, but I didn't find this answer. Why Tani Kazari? What does it mean?
Because I had with the Boston Terriers, I had Boston Rangers. And when we
Okay.
got the Japanese chins, I thought, well, a Japanese chin with the kennel name of Boston Rangers, that makes no sense for me. This is stupid,
Yes.
This is totally
Exactly.
not with those little elegant dogs. And then I was looking and looking, and then I did find that it's Japanese. Tani Kazari means actually Valley of the Beauties.
Ah, okay.
Tani means valley, and Kazari means jewelry. And that is
Oh,
actually how,
I would never say these were the two
yeah,
Japanese words, but okay.
yeah. So I kept it for the Affenpinsches.
So it started with the chins, and then you just kept it for the Athens.
Yes, yes. I didn't want
Okay,
them
okay.
to,
Wonderful.
yeah. I think Boston Rangers
Yeah.
also not fits really the Affenpinsches.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, that would be quite typical for one breed, but not for other breeds, because
With little
the
leather
name the
jackets
name.
on a Harley Davidson with a with a leather jacket on me, but not with this. No,
Yeah.
no.
Okay. I mean, okay. I know like you bred a lot of very successful dogs, and I mean you won best in shows at many different places in all continents with the dogs bred owned by you. But tell me, and I know it's not an easy question, but if you would need to say now at this point, which is the best dog you ever had at your home, what would be your answer,
Joe.
Joe?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Javier is not going to be happy with your answer. I'm joking. And
Yeah,
I
no,
mean,
but I
Zippy,
mean to say this. I can see you said now at this moment. Why do I say Joe? Because I think Joe proved himself a lot, and it's not only the winnings, but also the offspring he gives. It is not
yes,
only that he was a big winning show dog, but it is also you see it in his children. When we see Pepe, when we see all the children of Joey are really, really nice. You know what I mean? They're really breed typical dogs.
yes, yes. And I
I
mean,
cannot I
okay,
cannot look only to them as I never did, and as I still do not only look at an Affenpinscher as a show dog. They should do
of course,
something. This is the
yeah,
most
yeah,
important thing.
yeah, because without that you cannot go on. That's obvious. But I mean,
Hmm.
in a way, we must be honest and say that actually Joe has put you in this scene of the dogs like a big star, like a famous breeder, because what he has won, I don't think. First of all, I don't think, not that I don't think for sure any other up and pitcher in the world has ever won. But in another way, I mean, if you would think 20 years ago when you saw the first up and pitcher that a dog bred by you will win best in show at Westminster, would you ever think that that is possible?
No, but I can you tell you one thing, and this is really true. And some people think it's funny, but for me at that moment was not funny. It was really serious. When we started Affenpinscher, especially in Germany, I got a lot of help from German judges. In the beginning, the breeders were not happy with us, they were against us. But my first thing that I thought when they sent me out was on the Bundesliga that I told myself, one day I'm going to win this whole show with an Affenpinscher because it is Joe. And then we did with Chaka Zulu. That was the very, very first time that an Affenpinscher would really break through, would really win huge. And he was 16 months old. And that is a moment that I thought, when you really want something, really, really want something, it can happen, but you have to fight
Yeah.
for it. Yeah.
Yeah, and tell me, I just read here in the comments, some people are saying that they hear me quite well. So if you can try just to be a little bit more near to the microphone, they say that sometimes they don't hear you so well. I
Okay.
hear you. I hear you well. I
Mm,
hear you very well.
mm.
Anyhow, tell me, like, it's not something that many people have experienced in their life. What is the feeling to win Best in Show at Westminster with a dog bred by you?
I there was not really. I don't know how to say. It was not really that evening. It was not really that you felt you did this. I can remember
Okay.
when I can remember when he won the group, and I thought, oh my god, this is fantastic. And then I saw the other group winners coming in. This beautiful, beautiful Oakley, the German pointer.
Yes.
And in the group of the which was I think it was the Doberman pincher, Fifi. I was so in love with that dog. I thought, oh my god, I hope this dog wins best in show. Really, that was what I was thinking because I was totally in love. And I did not expect, of course not, that Joey would do it. And then Fifi did not win the group. And then Joey won the group. And at that moment, I started to think maybe he has a very good chance to do it this time. And then Iris and I were walking in New York and we saw the newspaper. And Iris suddenly said to me, Mom, look. I said, what? Look, what is written here? This is not a common Joe or something like that. And she said, that's about Joe. I said, are you kidding me? Look, and then we saw that he was on the papers. He was public's favorite. Everybody loved him. And that it gave me a feeling that he could do it. And when at the moment
But
that he won, I was really thinking, oh my God, is this really happening? Is this me from Lieshout, from this little village? And I saw all these famous people sitting there. And Iris said to me, don't cry because people are looking. I said, Iris, the whole world is looking. Look at the cameras on us. This was so funny moment. And then the next morning, because I wanted to pick him up and take him home, we went home with an empty Sherpa bag, and I was really thinking, oh my God, is this happening? Did we win Westminster? I really couldn't believe it. But it was fantastic
yeah,
feeling. Fantastic, really.
yeah, because I mean, the that year when he won Best in Show, that was not
Yeah.
his first Westminster. He was year before
No,
also there.
he was two times second. And I really
Ah,
was
two,
thinking I'm the forever second because at the at the World Dog Show in Denmark he was second too. And I thought, oh my
yes.
God, this is a wonderful agreement. Don't understand me wrong. It was fantastic. But I was really thinking, oh my God, again second. And then he won, of course. It was, it was fantastic.
Yes. Well, okay, going back a little bit to these memories of Westminster. I mean, I know I have seen somewhere on your Facebook photos of Joy with Donald Trump. Did you meet him personally, or how did that
No,
happen?
no, 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 no. I had no, I didn't. But even if I could, no need.
But how did it happen? I mean, how did Joe get photos with Donald Trump? I mean, he was not the president of the USA at that time, obviously.
It was a
But
no. It was a bit strange because I think it has something to do with his towers, or he was visiting towers, and then suddenly somebody said, "Oh, Donald Trump loves this dog so very much, and that is why he ended up there." That's what I think. I cannot. Otherwise, I have no explanation for it.
yeah,
Not because he's
but
my
I
friend.
mean,
Don't say. Don't
yeah.
think of
Well,
my friend.
I was I was thinking you could pull some connections, but okay, so nothing is going to happen.
No, 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 no.
Well, look, Tony,
No.
Tony is saying, Tony is saying that he's happy you didn't meet Trump. Well, Tony, well, okay. Anyhow, I mean, of course, your dogs became famous and everybody heard of them. But did you ever sell a puppy to some like really celebrity or somebody really important or something like this?
Yeah, we had. But in a matter of fact, the dogs that we sold to this, yeah, that I think were quite famous people is maybe not even famous to you, but there was a baroness and there was somebody who was, I don't even know if she wants me to mention it, but they kept the dogs as a pet. They wanted just a
Okay,
pretty show dog on the couch, to explain it like
okay,
that.
perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, anyhow, we have had now a little bit of this, let's say, easy, sensational topics of Donald Trump at Westminster, and this. Let's go a little bit deeper in a breeder
Mm-hmm.
perspective. I know that. I mean, I read, and I mean, we know each other. I know that some of your dogs, or let's say most of your top winning dogs, came as a product of quite near line breeding.
Yes.
I mean, I read in the article that the interview that you gave to our dogs. I mean, Banana Joe actually is a
Father
combination
daughter. Yeah.
father and daughter.
Yeah.
So I mean, in these modern times when all this we have all these animal welfare organizations going against us, especially on this subject, and I mean
Mhm.
also some kennel clubs are against it. Do you think that, or let's say, how important do you think um, for producing top quality dogs is to have line breeding? And do you think that it's possible to get top quality dogs completely only out of outcrossing?
I think for myself, I think the line breeding is very important to put a stamp in your kennel when you have a wonderful healthy dog like we had in Kicker, the father of Joey, who produced like
Yes, yes.
I don't know how many best in show. I think it's at least 13 or 14 best in show winners, all healthy. He lived up until 14 or 15 years old. That you make a decision for yourself when you want to make it a stamp in your kennel to think, I want to go on with this type, with this beautiful breed standard, then you have to line bred. I don't say you
Mhm.
have to do it all the time, but I was happy that I was able to do it. Of course, we're not allowed to do it anymore. But I really think when you do a totally outcross, it's much more dangerous than when you do a line breeding, because you open a can of shit. You don't even know what's behind it. That
Yeah,
is what
yeah,
that's honest to what I think. You can
yeah.
never, when you do complete outcross breeding, you never know what's all in front of it. When you do a proper line breeding, I mean, when you know your dogs, when you know what's behind it, when you know the uncles, the aunts, the grandfathers, everything, when they're healthy, of course, even then, sometimes can happen. But
Of
then there's
course.
a
I
more
mean,
security then, and when you see it in the old days, and this has to do also, I think, with my past in horses, that the old Arabs who bred Arab horses, there were only line breeding. And they said when it dies, the strongest stay. And they were not even allowed to do an outcross. And these were the horses that nowadays still had put a stamp on these wonderful examples. They're still
yeah.
around. It is like it
Okay.
is.
So
But you
let's
need an
say
outcross. Of course, don't understand me wrong. Now and
no,
then
no.
you
Of course,
need an
obviously.
outcross. That everybody knows.
Obviously,
This
I
this
mean,
is old. Everybody
I
knows.
suppose I suppose it doesn't go one way that you can do only line breeding all the
No,
time, or
no,
that you can do only out crossing all the time.
no,
But I
no.
mean, if I understood well, you think that the breeders should have the possibility to do the line breeding
Yes,
when they
yes,
think this is good for the breed.
yes. I think also that it is lesser dangerous than outcrossing. Of course,
Yes,
with of course now I have to say this with healthy dogs. You
yeah,
cannot say, okay, I
absolutely.
put this one to that one, and I have a line. Line breeding doesn't always mean that you put two dogs together. Sometimes you see we sell sometimes dogs, and then you see, oh my God, this is a line breed bitch. Then I tell them, be careful, don't do this, or you can do it, and they still put these dogs together. And then we get an email, oh my God, I had a litter. There was open fontanelles. There was this and that. And I said, and look at your pedigree. What did you do? The mothers are
Yes,
related. The fathers are. I'm totally not agreeing with this kind of breeding, but I like line breeding a proper way, a nice way, to
okay.
make a stamp, to make something. And I also think it's lesser dangerous than what they want now.
Yes. Well, I mean, obviously, to do something like this, what you mentioned. One person needs to know his pedigree, needs to know what is behind.
Yes. Yeah.
You don't,
Oh my
you
God.
know.
Definitely.
Yes, this is
This
the
is
key
this
of it.
is something that people forget. They think they buy a beautiful dog and running to a winner. If I see, to make an example, our Pablo, who was never on a show because he's too big. He
Yes,
has a big bone. He has a big head. He's a wonderful mover. He is not, that you say, oh, he's such a typical Affenpinscher. But he produces so fantastic. It's the father of Mila. It's the father of Dex. It's the father of Elliot. This dog produces so fantastic and so beautiful. But
yes.
like I said, these dogs are also needed. You have to sometimes go a little bit bigger than it is allowed. It is not always, the big winner who makes these beautiful dogs. It's not.
Exactly. I mean, I think this is what is the difference between a good breeder and a bad breeder, because mostly, and I think I don't know if it has been always like this, but nowadays, people, they want to breed only with the big winner, but
Of
sometimes you
course.
get much better puppies out of the dog that
Of,
you have at home that has never been shown, and that you
yeah.
know why you want to use him. And I mean, this is
Yeah.
something that only a clever breeder can do, obviously.
Yeah, I totally agree on this because, and the big luck is, like I said to you, what is your best dog? Then I can say, of course, Joe, because Joe is on top that he is a big winner, a beautiful producer. But why is he a producer? Because he is a very tight bred dog. And I think a tight bred dog also can give something away from themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
They're
yeah,
tightly bred, so
absolutely.
they, yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Well, anyhow, we have touched a little bit this subject of line breeding. I mean, I know in Netherlands the these animal welfare organizations are very strong, and there has been a lot of discussions last year. Um, we didn't talk, you and me, a lot about it, but it's something that really interests me. Um, I remember last year you were saying they started to involve these new rules about the breeding of short nosed breeds,
yes,
how long the nose should be, and
yeah.
so on and so on. Um, I want to ask you two questions. First of all, at what point it is now, because I know that also your kennel club has been working really strongly to make some kind of deal that it doesn't destroy completely the breeds.
Mhm.
So at what point it is now, and I mean, the second question, what do you think is the future of the breeding of brachycephalic breeds, not only in Netherlands, but in general in Europe?
They start to say, of course, what I always say in a way, they talk without having the knowledge about it. That is the point, I think, where it starts with these people that don't want the short noses because they start already to tell it's because of the short nose they cannot breed and they can do this and it is absolutely when you're a little bit clever and when you do your homework a little bit, this is not true. Not with the Griffon, not with the Affenpinscher, not with the other breeds. It is just not true. A lot, what in my opinion has to do, not my opinion, but I'm always 100% sure of it, the nose, the nostrils. When a
Yes.
dog has a beautiful open nose, then there's no problem with breedings. When the neck is not too thick and not too short and not too, there's no problem with. And there is why does a short nose breed has to run for 10 kilometers without getting tired? Every dog gets tired who is not used to it to do this.
Of course.
And what I
Yeah.
think is my point, I'm not so afraid because an Affenpinscher doesn't have such a short nose that you can easily put your thumb on a nose and then still has something behind it. And but you just they put the dogs in and they say, okay, this is a short nose, so it will be forbidden to breed. But I think the kennel club here tries to do the best to do something against it. But I myself have no idea how this will end up. No idea because they forbid something that they have no clue about. And now they do a lot of researching all over the world and they come with numbers and with proofs that this has nothing to do with it. Nothing to do with
Yeah.
short noses.
But you think that there is a way to go back to the point where we are going to manage to prove that this what they are saying it's
Yeah,
not
I
true?
think when
Or
you're
you,
strong enough, to prove it, what they're doing now, and then also many do this. Many breeders, not only breeders, but also people, vets, that we have, for us. They're not against us because they're breeders themselves who can prove that this is absolutely not true. It's not.
yes.
It has nothing to do with it. Nothing. But when you
So you
breed a
think,
very short neck, a very short neck and nose like this, yeah, it's normal that they say, okay, this dog is not healthy. That is not a healthy sign, and a half blind man can see this. You don't even have to be a
yeah,
breeder to see that
yeah,
this is wrong, and you
yeah.
shouldn't make it too much. And maybe
So
with this,
at this point, you still don't have any kind of restrictions in breeding or whatever. Like they
yeah, we
still
have
didn't
to
put
do we
anything.
have to do some tests, for the eyes and for the patella and the noses should be a little bit longer, but there is no until now there is not anybody who says really the nose should be like this because it's impossible.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. I mean, let's keep it a little bit of in the Netherlands, because I know, I mean, Netherlands is one of these countries where, as I said before, these
Hmm.
these organizations are very strong. If I remember correctly, World Dog Show in Amsterdam was the last dog show which was held in Rai.
Mhm.
And then after that, the winner show had to change the location.
Yeah, from
Why
Vodafone. Yeah.
did that? Why did that happen?
Yeah, they don't want any dogs in the city. They don't want any purebred dogs in the city of Amsterdam because they have I don't know how you call this in English. Let's say they have a mayor, a government in the city, which is we call it GroenLinks, green left. They call it the
Yeah,
other
yeah,
side
yeah.
of us,
Yeah,
and
like a political
they
party.
forbid, yeah, they forbid to have purebred dogs, and they don't want them in the city anymore. So we have to go somewhere else.
But you mean they forbid them to live in the city, or they just
Oh, the
forbid to
shows.
have
They
shows?
think they really think shows are cruelty to the dogs. It's cruel to show your dog. This is a cruelty. No dogs.
Yes.
You should not show dogs. This is like in many countries now. You are forbidden to do
Yes.
this. You are forbidden to do that. You're not allowed to spray. You're not allowed to do this. All these things are against purebred dogs.
And you think that is going to change, or it's just going to get worse?
I don't think it's getting worse, but I think the things are not changing that much in a big tempo. I don't think this is going to be more bad for us. But it is already bad enough that it happens. I think that people are saying this, that it is cruelty to go to shows. Even in Amsterdam, I don't know how old this show is, like hundreds of years old. And then, to forbid us to come with purebred dogs, it's horrible. But this
Yeah.
happens.
But this is for the moment. This is for the moment only in Amsterdam. It has not been in other cities in the Netherlands.
Not
Or
yet,
yes?
not yet. But I think maybe a few big cities will follow. But still, then they cannot stop it. Ante, they cannot stop shows. That will not
Yeah.
happen. That's what I think.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, okay. Let's hope that it's not going to be a bad ending for all of
Mm,
us, because I think in general we all need to fight to change this image.
you have to,
I
yeah.
think we have been for too much time just scared of everything what is happening, and
Yeah,
like
but you
putting
think, yeah, but I also think
yeah,
because of this happens, this corona and all the things that happen now that makes you thinking about the pleasure you have in certain things in life and which is
yeah,
important, which things you don't need in your life and which things you want to have in your life. That this does a lot to a human. And also
yes,
it has
absolutely,
to do with these things of dog shows now, that you think it was fantastic and this was so, you worked so hard for it, handlers who work their asses off, breeders who breed forever, to try to put something, and then you think I don't let that take away from me. This is also this what this corona does, I think, too.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people were not actually thinking how their life can be without dog shows, because we have never come to the point that we don't have dog
That's,
shows.
yeah,
But I
that
think
is
that now at this point, obviously not because of the rules and regulations, but at this point because of the coronavirus, we have all come to the possibility to be without shows anywhere in the world.
mhm,
And I think people now can think about it. Do we really miss it? And do we really want to leave it like that, just that they disappear? Or
yeah.
it's something that we should fight for? And I
Yeah, and
think,
I think in the beginning it's very funny. That's with everything. What if these things happens? In the beginning, everybody loves it. Oh, they cook and they clean and they making the house pretty and they're working in the garden. But after 6 weeks, 7 weeks, we start to get a little bit tired of this cooking and this cleaning, and you want out. We want well, we
yeah,
want our life back. In the
yeah, of
beginning, they
course,
all said,
yeah,
"I don't miss it at all." But now, when you're 6 weeks, and especially what I say for younger people who are used to travel like you and your whole crew, they used to travel and used to work and used to go to shows. This is horrible what they're doing, to lock you up.
yeah,
This is
yeah,
terrible. And it's going, and
yeah.
we have
Well,
this 1.5 meters. Imagine, how can you sit on a plane a 1.5 meters
yeah,
distance? This is impossible.
yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, the life is going to change in one way or another, but we will see how this will go. Yeah. Okay. Let's go now. We have pushed a little bit on these subjects which
Mhm,
are not connected too much with your brief. Let's go back a little bit to Athens.
mhm,
There are two things that I know. I mean, we have people probably know that we have been showing your dogs already now for
mhm.
some time, and I mean, we talk about that quite often. it is one of the things that you always like to say and mention, and it is something that we have discussed many times. A lot of judges, not a lot, I will not say anymore a lot, but there are some judges who will say that that your dogs are in a way too flashy, that that their movement is too flashy, that they have too much reach and drive.
Yes.
Yeah, that they have too much reach and drive, that this should not be like this by the standard, and so on and so on. I mean, tell me, what do you think about it? Should an Affen pitcher be a good mover, or he should
Yes.
not be a good mover?
I think no. I think every dog should be a good mover, and I think also this is a part of a not knowledge, because if a dog has the same angles behind and in the front, it's able to move, it's able to fly, it's able to move fast. Has nothing to do with what they're saying. Moderate. What I always say, a moderate angulation is not a straight angulation, Ante. It is still normal. And when they
Yes.
say, "Oh, but you have too much, and that's why they move too fast," and the tripling movement, my dogs can triple if you go very slowly. That's what I always say. If the angulation is the same in the front as in the rear, they are able to move, no matter which breed you have, no matter if it is moderate or too much or too less, less in the front, less in behind. Even then, it's able to move.
Yeah.
That's what it
and,
is.
and yeah, and then there is another subject, and I mean, while I was screaming here in the house and trying to fix the problem of the mobile falling down and losing the connection and everything, I heard that Christian has asked you the same question, but I will go again on it because I didn't hear what did you answer. We come always to this point of grooming, you know. It's always when people don't know what to say, then they say, "Oh, it's overgroomed. Oh, it's too much for me," or "It's this and it's that." I mean, we all know, and I think this is not a secret. An Affen pincher without grooming, and I'm not talking about over grooming because nobody of us likes over grooming.
Yeah.
But an Affen pincher without grooming is a dog that can never, ever, ever, doesn't matter how good he is, can never win anything.
No.
So, are your dogs, let's say, and not only the dogs here, this is, I think it is a kind of a style that you have bring in Europe with grooming. Are these dogs groomed how the standard asks them to be groomed, or they are overgroomed, or they are something that the breed should not be? What is your point on this?
No, I think it was like I was saying, it is a dog show. And if you want to win, like we said, when an Affenpinscher has a nice harsh coat, which I know that the people work for us who work so hard on the coat also to make it perfectly, just perfect. You know, it is harsh, it is pretty. And when you brush a dog up, like you're going to a party, you make yourself pretty. You're going to a show. You make the dog pretty. There's nothing wrong with it. I always say when you have an Affenpinscher with is totally no grooming, it's just a little black dog with a funny face. It
Yeah.
makes this beautiful show dog in the ring in this big, huge group too, with so many big dogs, and we are in such a big group. No one will ever see. I can remember that Affenpinscher not even went to the groups because for what?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, I mean, we must be honest and say that
Yeah.
in a way, the grooming has saved the breed in one way.
The breed, definitely.
Yeah,
In
because
America, I
it
saw
has
the
bring
first
them.
time I saw it in America. You know that I thought these dogs are so pretty dressed up. You know, they make I always see it like this. They make a monkey face even more monkey, and I think
Yes.
this is wonderful if you can do this. They make a
Yes.
short dog even look shorter by taking some hair behind off. You know, it all makes the dog prettier, and it's such an
Yes.
important
Because
thing
I mean,
in an Affenpinscher.
yeah, I think in Affenpinchers, in a way, I have before I have made this question, I have gone to read the FCI standard. I mean, it doesn't say anything actually about the grooming. What it says that they should have harsh coat, and what it says is that they should have the monkey face. Okay, we have lost Mieke a little bit now. Mieke, come back, Christian. I think we need your help.
Yeah.
I'm happy that it didn't happen only to me.
Yes. I think she was moving. So let's see.
Yes. But Christian,
Yes.
until we are waiting for her to come back, I mean, we were really trying hard to connect with Mieke all the day today, and we were not sure till the last moment we will manage like that.
Yes.
Do you have this video that Javier sent?
Oh,
That
yeah,
if you
yeah.
can wait until she comes back, because I think that can give us a clue of how the things were going in the morning.
Okay, let's see. Let me share with you guys this video, and it's
Because we were not sure if Mieke will be able to connect, so we had the backup plan. So until she really comes back now, maybe we can play this video.
okay. Let's play this one. Okay, here we go, and I'm gonna go like this. Can you see it? You can see it on your screen, right?
Yeah, I can see some video starting. Yes, but
Okay.
Hello, my name is Mieke Cooijmans from the famous Tani Kasari Effin Pinchers. I'm a bit shy, so I don't want you all to see me. But it's me.
okay, wonderful. I don't know if we should say who made this video, but I think it was quite amazing, because Mieke was saying, like, I'm not sure I will be able to connect, but my friend told me he can play it instead of me. So I think look, I
Okay.
think people can recognize who it was.
Let me try to remove her and add it again to see if that's gonna
Yes.
work, and we'll try that.
Yeah, let's see if we can fix it.
I saw that she was moving. Maybe she unplugged something.
Yeah, but maybe until she comes back, we can get these other Mieke Cooijmans to join us and to give us some answers.
Some other comments. I don't see her. I don't see her.
I think Javier is already looking to find the towel in the house and to put over his head and to come here.
You know what happened? I'm almost sure her computer died because I don't see her live. I know she had the computer plugged. Let's see.
Okay, Javier, I need help from Ivan because mine is also now on.
Yours is opposite now. Okay,
Yes,
let's see.
I don't know what has happened to mine.
Yours is.
Hold
Hold on. I think you click on the take off the video on top.
Okay.
Just go on top. Because mine says your video is not available. I can hear you. I can hear you, but I cannot see you.
Yeah. Okay, I think we are managing to fix it. Yes. Okay, here I am.
Let's see.
Do you see me now?
No, I don't see you yet. Let's just wait for.
Because when
I'm just gonna remove you and then add you again.
Okay, perfect.
Let's see. And then I'm gonna add it. Yeah, what I'm thinking, guys, I think Mieke's computer died. Hopefully she gets to manage to plug it in.
Yeah, I think I'm back.
Yeah, you're back. You're back. Yeah, what I'm thinking is probably Mieke's computer died. Let's see. Hopefully she reconnects really fast, and
yes,
we'll keep going. I think we have a video also from Panda, some from Ping.
If you have that one, yeah, you can play also that one.
You can play.
We were trying to make some surprises for Mieke, but
let's see, Mieke. Yeah, I'm almost sure what happened. I'm almost sure her battery died. So
Mieke is saying to me, I see Ante.
You see Ante. Okay, let's see. You see Ante.
Let's see if we can get her back.
Where is she at? Let's see. Let me send her this link again.
Okay. So obviously she's back. Somehow.
Mieke. Okay. Paste. Ask her if she can hear you, so then I know.
Let me see what she's saying.
Yes, Mieke, can you hear us? That way I know.
Can you hear us?
We tried for like 2 hours, by the way, guys. We were with Mieke like 2 hours trying to figure out her computer.
Yes.
And okay, she hears both. Okay, I don't see you online for some
Yes,
reason.
she said she can hear us.
Okay, Mieke, let's see this. Mieke, why don't you close that and then click on my link on Messenger?
Yes, try maybe to disconnect and then connect again.
Yes, sign out, log out of this and then come back in, because I see you like you're not live, so I cannot invite you like this.
Okay, let's hope she hears us. Javier, can you talk to Mieke and tell her to just to go out of it and then connect again?
Yes.
Do you have, Christian, maybe somewhere this video of Panda that we got?
Yes, let's see. Yeah, when it's
Because we can see that until she comes back.
yes. Let's see. Okay, I don't see her live. We're just starting with this guy. We have like 4 weeks on this, so we're all learning how it works.
I mean, I think we have all said quite clear in the beginning that we are all doing this for the first time.
Yes.
And even I'm doing splits for 13 years, and even the huge big companies to which
Yes.
you need to pay a lot of money for kind of microphones and things, these kind of things can happen. And well, as long as everything else is okay, we will survive with these little technical problems.
Yes, and it's
Monica says, let's not worry, it's nice anyway.
yes.
Yeah, I'm sure that, like, in a way, if I was a good singer or something like this, I could sing something while we are waiting, but I'm not a good singer, so I think we would send away these 206 people quickly.
Yes.
Javier, do we have news from Mieke?
Mieke and computers.
I think. Listen, I think who it was? Was it Britney Spears who had this song Poker Face? I don't know who it was. I think if she has met Javier,
Maybe.
she could have a perfect video of Poker Face.
Can sing for a little bit.
Don't worry, there. I'm not going to sing. Oh, Valentina. You see, Tony. Yes, Lady Gaga. It was Lady Gaga. Poker Face.
Yeah.
And Christian, are you managing with Panda Sweden maybe?
Yes, it's gonna be ready in 2 minutes. Well, 1 minute, I think. Yeah, it's gonna be in 1 minute.
I mean, also now, Patricia, you can ask Javier if you can see him, and I know what will be the answer. So, Mieke is saying I can see and hear. She's writing in the chat, but I cannot come in. She said.
She cannot come in. Okay, so then what she needs to do, let's see.
Thank you, Dinky. Like.
Hey, Mieke, yeah. Mieke, you're on the computer, so let's see. If you click on your screen, like above Ante, just put your mouse above Ante, and it's gonna say there the settings for your camera and microphone, I think. Just put your mouse on top of Ante, and it's gonna have because I see like you're not online, so I cannot invite you.
No. Jason, I think this is not a good idea.
Yeah. See, uploading. Okay, let's see. You're gonna meet.
But why are these people thinking that I should dance or do any kind of things? Like, no. Like, I'm serious. People, I'm a host of an interview, live interview. I cannot sing and dance and make stupid of myself. This is like, I'm joking. Okay, now I'm also awake.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, you're also awake a little bit.
I'm back.
Check on your camera. Okay, I think I got the video, so I'm gonna post that. I'm gonna share with you guys the video for now. Let's try to get Mieke back in. Okay, let's place this.
I think this is the last thing I need in my life. My whole life is a long talk show.
Okay, here we go. I'm gonna share this video with you guys, and we'll try to get.
We will try to get Mieke back.
Okay, here goes.
Hello, my name is Mieke Cooijmans from the famous Tani Kasari Effin Pinchers. I'm a bit shy, so I don't want you all to see me. But it's me.
Stories and know more about one of the most popular breed in the world, Affenpinscher from Mieke Cooijmans. I don't know about other people, but Mieke, she is one of a kind. You will have her anytime you want. No, she's not like 911 or she's not like food delivery, but she always made you feel special and always respond, and she always like give you the answer for everything you want. So I love you, Mieke, and I hope to see you soon. Kisses to everyone at Cooijmans family and to all the monkeys. And thank you so much for everything you have done for us. Bye.
Pandita. First of all, I'm very upset because why there was not any kiss for me, only for the Cooijmans family and the monkeys and this, and for me nothing. Like I'm Mr. Nobody. This is the first thing, and the second thing, I love how Pandita calls her Mikey. I love it. I think we should all start to call her Mikey now.
Sorry, okay.
Christian, how we are managing it? Are we getting somewhere with Mieke or not?
Yes, I just sent another link to see if she can come in different way, and I told her. I think that's what we did last time. So I'm trying to see if she comes in, and then I just need to see her live to so I can invite her, because
I know that you can put her back.
yes, the way it shows up is like she's not live watching us. So we'll try this guy a few times. Enjoy it. Maybe we should do an interview with Ante now. That way,
Petrushka, you didn't look. Petrushka, you didn't say anything about my new hairstyle. Look, I'm almost coming to look like you. Tony, do you have your towel ready that you get in instead of Mieke to finish the interview?
In glasses, please.
Yes, we know you are a little bit shy, but we can manage it.
Okay, let's see what she said.
Yeah. Christian, is it you or Joanna saying this? That people should make questions for me. This is going to get very embarrassing if they start asking questions to me. Trust me.
Yeah, I think so, right? Okay, let's see. She saw my text. She's back.
Like in a normal way, I should be like upset because this has happened. But I'm so happy that it has happened also to her and not only to me that I cannot explain. I know it's not nice for the show, but I was thinking like, why to me? Why to me? No, it's okay.
Yeah, I wonder if she went into her phone, because on her phone we couldn't get it to manage. We had to do it on her computer.
I don't know. Let me see. Javier, can you come a bit near to me? Are you online with Mieke? Do you know what's happening? Is she trying to connect from the phone or from the computer, or what she's trying to do?
I told her on the computer, so let's see if she tries and then she picks.
Because I mean, before she went away, I saw that she was moving the computer, so I don't know what has happened there.
Yes, I thought she was like moving something. So let's see. It sounds like.
Yeah, it is very Petru. It is very full moon, but it's not going to be full, I think, anymore. I'm on my way. Yeah.
Let's see. Let's just
wait now. Aurora, I need your help again. I got again without this thing. Wait. I also got with it.
You got something?
Okay. Okay.
Come back.
Because I don't know why, but when I'm alone on the screen, then also my phone is closing. Well, I'm using Ivan's phone because mine has died.
Yeah. Yours is gone. Yeah, let's
Yes.
see. Make a you in mobile.
This is going to be like the best interview ever.
I know, and
Like,
the best part, they can watch later on too.
yeah, exactly. Imagine when they start to watch this like 20 minutes in the beginning and 20 minutes after 1 hour while we are trying to reconnect one to another.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. Guys, listen, I was saying in the beginning that I want to do it like a Graham Norton show. So I'm drinking just Red Bull because okay. But if you have a glass of wine or rakia or vodka or something like this, take it, and it's going to be easier to wait a little bit.
Maybe yes. Maybe we should put. Well, I try Mickey. Maybe Dinky should come in.
Yeah. I think we should connect people and start asking them the random questions about anything.
Yes. Look, good idea. Let's put some music and dance.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't.
Well, obviously, we try to find somebody. Who is not in his pajama or something like this. Javier, can you give me a sign if Mieke is trying to do something with the computer or with the mobile? Javier is saying that Mieke, yes, Uncle Brace, I need the cocktail urgently now, but I cannot get it.
Let's see, Gomela. Okay, I think she can get in. Let's see.
Okay, that would be.
I'm trying to send her a
Now I think. Okay.
Yeah.
I think it will be quite nice now if she comes back.
Let's see.
Hello.
No, as power is in. What's the battery? No, as power is in. Is there? Okay, let's see. I'm gonna try this. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm gonna try something.
Okay, let's see if you manage. Well, I mean, actually, like we can all blame you. We will say that you have done it wrong, something, and that we have been all perfect, but something has gone wrong there in this institution of the techniques and so on and so on. Not our fault.
Yes. Then pick yours. I know. I think it took us like 5 hours to get Mieke to work.
Well, we don't have 5 hours. I'm not going to spend my night.
Not this time. Finally, like 20 minutes before the interview, she got it to work. So now I'm just gonna try it the same as before.
Okay.
And then I just
need. Dinky, we are trying to make this a regular show. Well, that was actually the idea. But I didn't want to say anything until we see how big disaster is going to be the first one. So I don't know. Let's see when all this finish. If we manage to finish, if anybody wants to watch it again, or we are going to end up our. Yes, this is it. Okay, look how smart is my Uncle Andrew. Mieke was in this Norton stress chair, and we have kicked her out, and now we cannot find her anymore. Dinky, you have always been a good guy.
Let's see if she's.
Okay. And don't say till the end because God knows when this end is going to be. No, we will not finish. What is with you? Javier is dressing up and he's going to continue the interview. He looks very excited about it. I don't have questions prepared, but Son is eating the cookies, Aurora is eating a sandwich, and I'm trying to entertain everything. Panda Red Bull is not good. I should also not drink it. Look, we are the only show where people, really, we have 230 people and they're staying and
There's
hoping that Mieke will...
yes.
Do we have
Okay.
Mieke back?
Hold on, Giovanna. Wait. Okay. I'm gonna try something else with her. I'm gonna give her another account to log in, and then I think that might work.
Okay.
Give me like a couple minutes. Okay.
No problem. We are here. We are waiting. Obviously, nobody is tired. Nobody wants to go to sleep. Everybody is joined to look my aquarium. Look beautiful. what it what it was this song that they were playing when Titanic was going down in the sea when it started to sing? What kind of songs they were playing? Maybe we could put some background with the music. Yes, Mieke had left the building and she's not planning on coming back. Okay. Yes, my heart will go on. This is the Christian. Can you put this? Who it was? Celine Dion or who it was? My heart will go on, like in Titanic when they were dying, all of them. But why should I not sing, Pedro? I think I'm a wonderful singer. You know that. But I think it's actually, I think it's. Yes, let's connect with Pedro. He can sing. Let's see if they will manage to do something with our Mikica. But I think, like, in a way, except of these technical problems which we have, I think it's quite nice to be at the same place once a week and to meet people and to see what is happening and to talk with people. I really think that in this time when we are all locked in our houses and with all this negativity which is going all around, I think we need a little bit of something happening. And I think that the dog world is such a great place to find interesting people, and I think we could make really something good out of this if we manage at some point to solve the technical problems. And then at that point, I think Andrew Brace is quite an interesting person, and he has not been judging now for a long time. And I was thinking I should interview him because I have so many interesting questions, which are not just regular questions because I know him well. But he's like really trying to push me back, and he says I don't give him peace, and he says he's not going to have an interview with me if he doesn't get the questions in advance. So I think that like these important people of the dog world, like Dinky or Panda has a big power over Andrew, or Petro or somebody. I mean, you should push him and tell him that he should come to be interviewed without getting the questions in advance. I mean, I'm not going to be so bad with him, obviously. You see. And you know what I like the most about this I know I have always been that, but you know what I like about this thing is like I can talk and people cannot talk back to me. They can just write something. So
okay, I'm just letting. I just send her a video to how to log out, and then she can sign in as different person. And I think that might work. So give me a couple minutes, guys.
I hope so, because I'm getting out of the idea.
Yes. Okay. So I'm gonna text her. Okay, she got that.
Let Mieke come back and put her a name Donald Trump, for example. Dinky, I completely agree. I was speaking with him last night. I said you would be perfect guest for me. I mean, I can make him listen. I must say this. Like, I can make him go to McDonald's. Andrew Brace has gone to McDonald's. I can make him put for the first time shorts. I can make him put these flip-flops. I can make him go in the sea. Like, why he would not make one interview with me if he cannot see the questions? I think you need to talk to him really. I think this is really now a serious
Yes, he
thing.
has to do it. He has to do it.
Yeah, I mean, if 270 people say he must do it, he will have to do it at the end. And I mean, let's put the joking aside. I think that not only because Andrew has been a little bit out of the dog world for a little while, I think that he has such an incredible knowledge about dogs.
Yes.
And I think that so many people who are not able to see him anymore at the dog shows really would like to hear from him. That I think, Andrew, really you will not have a possibility to say no to me anymore.
Okay, we're trying. She's signing out of hers, and she's gonna come back
Okay.
on different account.
Donald Trump. We are calling Donald Trump.
Hopefully that works. Yeah.
Okay. I think I'm going to have a serious phone call from Andrew when this finishes.
Yes, we can do Andrew.
I think maybe I should put. I think maybe I should put my phone off for a little while after this.
Okay, let me know.
I can tell you that Javier started to clean the kitchen. How desperate he is. Oh my God. Mr. Brace, please be polite because this what you can write. It sounds very, very wrong, I can tell you.
Okay, I think
this is
okay, let's see.
Let's see.
Let me see.
Like at this point, I would like so much to see Mieke back.
Yes, with email link. Oh, okay. Let's see. Just go to this. Nope. This.
Yes. Mieke now, when she comes back, she will probably have a shaved head, I suppose.
Yes. If she clicks that, it's gonna take her to this. Okay.
Yes. Mieke can make a little time to make this extreme makeover. She will come back as a new person now.
Okay, let's see. I see. Okay, she sees you. Let me see if I see her online. Let's hope it works. Come on.
Come on.
No, I don't see her live. Let's see me. Searching.
Do you have, Javier, do you have Mieke online? I mean, what is happening? Is she managing or she's not managing? Because
she sees you. Okay, Mieke, can you see me? Well, can you hear me and see Ante? Then appear on screen. Okay, let's see. Okay, let me, for some reason, okay, let's see if this works. I sent you an invitation, Mieke. Let's see. Okay, I think she's accepting. Let's hopefully she'll be back.
Oh my God. If I see Mieke again in this interview, I'm going to get drunk tonight. Trust me.
Oh my God, you're gonna get drunk.
Now,
Yes.
Mieke, you're back. You have saved the show, Mieke. Thank you. Oh my God, I have never ever in my life been happy to see you again. Never so happy to see you back again.
But do you hear me also?
Yes.
I hear you. I see you.
Good,
You are as
fantastic.
pretty as before.
Oh,
And Mr. Brace, we're going. Mieke,
yes.
listen. I am so happy that this has happened to you because
Day, this took
I was
me all day to do it, and I was so afraid to put it off. And now suddenly, ploop, everything disappeared. I thought, not again.
we have seen just that you started to walk away somewhere with the computer, and I was saying, this is going to be a disaster.
Yes, it was.
Uh, yes, but okay. As I said, I'm really happy to see you back. I mean, where did we stop? This is now
I
the
have no
thing.
idea anymore. It was so
We
messed
were
up. I
talking
think.
about grooming.
Oh yeah, grooming.
Yes, we were talking about the grooming, and I mean, okay, let's conclude this story about grooming. Um, so I said I was reading the standard of the Athens, and I mean the only thing that it says is that they should have a harsh coat and that they should have a monkey face. So
Yes.
actually, if you prepare them a little bit, I mean it's not in any point against the standard. Am I
No,
right?
No, it isn't.
Okay. Okay, so we are fine with it. So they should move. This we have concluded, and they should be nice and pretty and groomed, not like me. Okay. Okay. So anyhow, the wait, I need.
Is Ante disappear now?
Now Ante touch something. Let's. He'll be back in 2 seconds. Here. I got him back in, I think. Okay, he touched something, but he'll be back 2 seconds. There he's back.
I'm back.
Touch something. Okay. Don't
Yes,
touch.
I have touched something I don't know about.
Okay, don't touch.
Disappeared too.
Don't tell me we can lose Mieke again.
No, I'm here.
I hear you, but I don't see you. All the single ladies.
We see. I see her. I see her. I don't know.
I see only myself.
Okay. Well, we. Do you guys see? Do you guys see both? Let's see if the people see. I can see both of you. So let me see if. Can you guys see both of them?
I see both of you.
Okay.
see
Okay.
Ante.
You see Ante too. Okay. You will see her. Okay. They see her. So if you wanna continue, Ante.
Yes, I see only myself. I would like to see also Mieke, but it's okay. Okay.
You might come back. Okay, you might come back. Everyone sees both of you. Let's see. Let me do something, Ante. Let's see if this works.
Okay.
Do you see her, Ante?
No, I see only myself.
Okay, okay, let's see. I'm gonna kick you out for a second and then invite you again, okay?
Okay, perfect.
For a second, and then if I invite him again, he might be able to see. Okay, 3 seconds. And 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's hopefully it works.
I see only myself, but it's not a problem.
Okay. Well, we see her. Okay. We see both.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so I mean, when I was writing these questions, and I mean, the only person who saw them in advance was Javier, and he said to me, I should ask you a question about the colors, because we know that the FCI standard allows only black Affenpinchers, but we also know that they can be born in other colors.
Yes.
I mean, and I know that in the States, I mean, they can be shown in other colors. I mean, where do these colors come from? And do you think that the FCI should let the dogs of the Athens of other colors compete or not?
Well, the colors come from. They started the colors where the Affenpinchers started. There were colors. There was no black. It did not exist. Black did not exist. It was gray. It was red. It was yellow. It was all colors, And then started to come the blacks in 2000, I believe. They made a new rule that it would be only black and black only, no colors. And I was always in the beginning. I was always a little bit against it. I also said, why not color ones? But the color ones, what I think, are very, very dominant. If color, still now, we didn't had now color ones. I think the last one was Copper, who is must be now, I think 10 or 11 years old. We sent her to America. And no, I'm wrong. Ratoran was the last one who was color.
Okay.
And then I see how dominant this Belge is, that I am actually also think that I'm for black. I'm not for color ones in the FCE.
So you think they should be only black, and they should be allowed only black? But you get. I mean, you said just now. I mean, you got red in your litters. I mean, where does it
Yeah,
come from?
it comes. It always exists. Color ones were always existing. Also in everywhere in Germany, but they were they were not shown. They were just not allowed. But colors were always there. And it also mean when you breed for years and years and years only black, now and then color ones pop up. And I think color one is so dominant that I think black will disappear if you let it go. If you just let it go, there will be so many color ones. And we breed all these years to black. Many, many years. It was not allowed for us. So why should we allow it now?
Yeah, yeah. Okay, no, that was something interesting because
Some people think different, but that's my opinion.
yeah, yeah, of course. I mean, we are here to find out your opinion. We are not interested at the moment about other people, which is so nice because they cannot complain. Uh, you said yourself, and I mean, we have had now quite a lot of experience with the breed, and you said in the beginning they have been quite shy, and they have been afraid, some of them, and so on and so on. But what we see nowadays, I mean, are these little monkeys which are full of life, full of spirit, wagging their tails. I mean, what it is actually about the temperament of Athens that
I think
like make people go crazy.
yeah, this is also big. I think a big thing because they should be fearless, but reserved. It is like this is a little vermin catcher who lived, in farms and in horse stables, and I think they all this little bit reserved character is in an Affenpinscher. It is in them. And you should also some are really outgoing and they should be fearless, but also this reserved behave I think is not a big deal. It's not really a big deal. This they're not
Yeah,
everybody's friend, as you know it.
yeah,
Remember
yeah,
Zip, when
absolutely.
we sent Zip
Yeah,
over
yeah,
to the terror
yeah,
boy,
yeah,
how he was and
yeah,
how he acted. Oh my god, it was the worst. I had given him up, because he was so
yeah,
terrible against strangers. And see what you did with him. They
yeah.
can
Well, I
change
mean,
this.
yeah, lot of work. It always, I mean, it works usually with the dogs, but I mean, the temperament of Athens is really something like very special. And I mean, the thing is that once when you get to know them, like they make you crazy. It's like they become just you cannot see anything further than them, and that's just amazing. Anyhow, Andrew is asking, can you get black puppies from two colored parents?
Yes, definitely. As well, you can have from two color ones you can have black, and also from two black ones you can have color ones now and then.
Okay, okay, okay. So that was the question. What we had there, I don't know if we have missed some questions in the
And they're not
meantime,
excused,
but it is.
they're not excused for breeding here. We are allowed to breed two color ones. This is a good thing. But it
So
is like, hmm?
So if you get in your litter, let's say a red puppy, he can get a
Mhm.
pedigree.
Yes.
Ah,
There's
okay.
only is standing on that's a color one. That it is another color. But it is
Yeah,
a
yeah. Okay.
pedigree. Yes, definitely.
Okay. But then of course you sell them to the States or somewhere where they can show them, obviously,
Yes,
because
the
in
only
Europe.
place then, the only place then is to the States. That's the only country I think. I don't know for sure. I think Canada is too, but the States is the only country that is allowed to do the color ones on show.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. What I wanted to ask you, I mean, I know that often puppies are not cheap. I know that you are not very much giving your males to be used for any kind of beaches outside of your home. How difficult they are to breed? I mean, um what difficulties you find when you breed the dogs? Like people usually think, to breed dogs is just to find the male and the female, mate them, and they cannot understand these things when somebody wants to protect his own line. What is
Mhm.
what is your thinking on this?
Well, my thing is, when there is a beautiful bitch that I think, this is a beautiful bitch, and it could really work with my males, I do give a breeding. Why not? But when
Okay.
it is my opinion, sometimes that I think this doesn't bring anything. This is so far from my lines, and and our dogs and the type, is not what I like. Why should I? These are my dogs.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. It's interesting because people sometimes say, oh, like she has beautiful dogs, but she doesn't let them use them. But in a way, like
No, no, no,
people
that's not
people
true.
yeah, people are used just to get all the things very easily
Yeah,
and just
yeah,
to use them and get a quick success. And I mean, you have been working very hard to get your line, to get your
yes.
type and everything. Like
And if
people
we
should like
and if
give.
and if we see a beautiful bitch, then we give a breeding, definitely.
Yeah, yeah, I know this. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
obviously, yeah, but it's something interesting to explain to the people.
Mm.
And often, as a breed, are they healthy?
Yes, they are. I think they're very healthy dogs. If you see, we have hardly, problems with knees, or actually almost never. I don't say never, but there are no brain problems or epileptic or uh, dying young or anything like that. They get very, very old, and even Joe now, it is 13 years old. To be honest, he's still a very pretty dog. When you see him in the garden
Yeah,
and he's walking with his girls, and he's still beautiful. He's a very healthy dog. All of
yeah,
them.
yeah, but yeah,
We have several
I
old dogs.
yeah, I think that's very important to
It
to
is,
to
I think, too.
explain to people, the people that
Yeah,
also the let's say responsible breeding also brings the good health. And I think
yeah.
that's so important
And in
that people
such a
understand.
small, and yeah, and in such a small population, it's very important that the health stays.
Yeah,
That is so, and that is why I'm also what people say outcross, outcross, outcross. You never know what you get. When
yeah,
your lines are so healthy that you even can do a father-daughter combination and still get these dogs healthy and nice and giving the offspring healthy. This is you have to protect the health also.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I agree. Okay, there is one question that is maybe going to be a little bit difficult for you to answer, and I mean we don't have a lot of questions left. It's about judges. Um, I mean, people usually, people who have big breeds, they always complain. Oh, there are so many of big shows, world shows, European shows. We don't get specialist judges. We get only all rounders and this and that. But I mean, people who have breed like you, they cannot get breed specialists because I don't know if there are any breed judges in Europe who are really breeding successfully often pinchers. So it's very difficult. So you need to, let's say, on most of your shows get the opinion of all rounders or people coming from other breeds. Are there some names, some people, some judges? It doesn't matter if they are still active in judging or if they are not anymore with us. Who has really impressed you by their knowledge about the breed? Somebody has asked in the beginning of the interview to um, was mentioning Victor Van Ramstok. I know
Yes,
Victor was a great friend of yours, and
very
I
good. Yeah.
know that you had a big respect for him.
Deep
But
respect. Yeah.
yeah, other than him, are there people in Europe that you would say that really have a good knowledge about the breed?
Yeah, well, I think there are a few, and also in Germany, that we think, okay, this, like, he's not living anymore now, but Walter Schieker was, for example, what I thought, was far ahead on his time, to see the more modern Affenpinscher that they that he could really like, nicely groomed, and yeah, I think there are some that we can say, okay, we're
Yeah.
happy if we get that judge or that judge. There are. It is only
But
difficult,
but you,
the countries in every country are, I think, people that really like Hans Leitine, for example. He's not living anymore either, but he was too, that I thought that he could do a very, very good job, that he could see a nice Affenpinscher.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, because I think like even if we look them like this, pretty and so on and so on, I think it's not an easy breed to judge.
No, and I also think what you were saying about the point with Victor was a very good breeder. I don't say that Victor was a specialist in Affenpinches, but he made you going. He was a very famous breeder himself. And I also think that he opened a lot of doors for me, and also saying to me, you have to go on in this, you really have to go. And when I was upset sometimes and saying, oh, that judge, he doesn't know anything, doesn't matter, he says, as long as you know, go on, and make something out of it. and he really helped us, and also seeing he know of course the breed standard and every and he saw directly, what something was nice or not. And I think uh, the most beautiful thing ever that the judge said to me, and that was Carlos Renault, from Spain.
Yes,
When I
yes,
entered with Joey a ring, and this is something I will never forget in my life, and I was entering the group, and Joe was showing fantastic and everything, and the judge was looking and looking, and that was big one, big one, big one. I got out of the ring, I got nothing, and then suddenly I did not even know he was a judge. A guy came running to me, and he said, "Lady, can I touch your dog?" And I said, "Of course." So he touched Joe, and he said, "You came in, and I was directly saying this is my best in show." I said, "Oh, that's nice, sir." He said, "But I am the best in show judge." I said, "Wow." And I said, "But maybe the judge didn't know." And you know what he said to me, and this was so wonderful. He said, "You know what, lady? Every judge should recognize a top dog, and you have a top dog in this." And that is something, that I always remember, that I think, yes, this is how it is. You don't have to be a specialist of a breed, but when you really see something beautiful and really did read the breed standard, then you don't have to be the specialist. But when you are a good judge, I think you should see a top dog. And that was exactly
yeah,
what he said to me. He said, yes, a good judge should always see a top dog.
yeah. I mean, I mean, you have mentioned three names, Hasse Lehtinen and Carlos Renau and Victor Van Ramsdonk, who are not with us anymore. But I think these were the people of great knowledge,
Great
who
knowledge, yeah.
really, many of us, yes, many of us really, that was like really, if you would have a dog that they like, that would really like mean a lot, because I mean,
Yeah,
you would be really proud if one of them
yeah,
would say that
yeah.
you have a good dog. Yeah.
And you could
Okay.
really feel proud, when people like that was
Yeah.
saying, "Oh my God, this is really something that you have here." Then you feel proud, and you knew these people
Yeah.
know dogs. They know really a lot about it.
Yeah. I mean, I think what we are missing at this point, we have a lot of people, young people especially, who are um, not interested to learn. I mean, I think there are
Yeah,
still a lot of really knowledgeable breeders and judges in the world who are happy to share their knowledge and who are happy to help to the young generations. And I was always in the beginning thinking like, okay, maybe we don't have enough people from which we could learn. But I think that's not the problem at the moment. I think
no,
it's the young generations that are not interested to learn. I think they just
mm,
want a quick success. They're not
quick
interested
winning,
in
eh?
the
Quick
learning.
winning. Yeah, and I don't know with you, but I can remember, Ante, that uh, we had so much respect. But when a good breeder said something to us, we didn't even get into our head to disagree or anything before we know really that it was right or wrong. I don't know how to explain myself with for example,
Yeah,
with the Boston, with these people from Trojanus. I had so highly respect for these people, and when they said to me, "Oh, you do this and that wrong," or "This is not good on this dog," and I was questioning myself, I would never say, I would try to find out why, and going through this learning process yourself, and this is learning, but it is not just. This is not happening anymore now. People don't have
yeah,
this respect, not even if you breed 100 years, and not even if you breed 500 best in show dogs. This is not what they want, I think. This is the big winning and the quick winning that they're more interested in.
yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
agree with you. What I wanted to ask you, uh, there have been a lot of controversy lately about these online dog shows, and
Mm.
you have been judging one of them a few weeks ago. Did you like the experience? I mean, what is your general thinking about this? And when we are talking about this, have you ever think to become a judge yourself?
Yeah, well, for me, it's I like this online, judging, and it is fun, and you can sit at home and you can look at the pictures, and it's all wonderful. But to become a judge, many people did ask me, "Oh, why don't you become a judge? You had nice breedings, you had nice winnings, you had nice dogs," but I really never, I really, I think I don't belong in this world of judges because I'm too passionate with breedings, and I have my own opinion, and uh, I don't think it will end up good, when I would be a judge. That would go wrong
Yeah.
for sure.
Okay, you said it quite clear there.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, tell me now. Let's say we are coming soon to the end of this interview. I'm curious about one more thing. If you could now own or buy or breed another breed, is there one breed that you would like to get into now and try to do something with it? Is there another breed except the Affen that you really like?
Yeah, the point is actually I like many breeds. I like American Cockers. I like pretty dogs. I like poodles. I like whippets, for example. I think they're wonderful. I always wanted to have whippets. But yeah, that are dogs I always, but they are so different from each other. The whippet doesn't even come close to an American Cock, and I like them both. I could,
Yeah.
yeah, I really like them both.
But I mean, is there one breed that you think that, let's say at this point of your life, is there one breed that you would like to say like, okay, I would like to try to do something with this breed?
Yeah, I think it would be
Not talking.
Italian Greyhounds for sure, because that is a breed I think that you can go old with. They're so easy. You don't have to groom.
Yeah,
They lie with you. They're very elegant. They're lovely dog. Yeah, an Italian Greyhound was always having very much of my interest. Yeah,
yeah. Okay, that's interesting. From Affenpinchers to Italian Greyhounds.
isn't it?
Okay, and let's say for more or less the ending of this interview, which has been now 1 hour 46 minutes, thanks to the technical problems that both of us
Yeah,
had. Um, like with all the experience that you have now, and you are not a beginner anymore, and you have passed almost all the things that are happening in the dog world, and we all know that the dog world is, let's say, in a way, one of the most beautiful places a person
yeah,
can be in, but it's also a cruel one. And I mean,
it
there is
is.
a lot of jealousy, and I mean, I always like to say it's a beautiful world, but it's a world for strong people. What
It
would
is. Yeah.
be your advice to somebody who thinks that he should or would like to become a successful dog person? What would be the advice that you would give to this person?
What I tried, at least I try to do myself always, is not to get too much involved with your fellow breeders, because of course you need your own opinion, and you need somebody who learns you. But every breeder has a different opinion of what he likes and what he wants in a breed. And when you start to question around and to ask around and ask everybody has a different opinion. And I always said, go for your own opinion, read and learn and listen, and then go for your own. And of course, you need somebody who teach you a bit. But I think it's wrong to get involved with too many different people. I don't think that is good.
Okay, but I mean, you think that success in the dog world. I mean, we have seen many people who have become quickly famous and successful, but that has lasted for 1 year, 2 years,
Never
and
last.
then
Yeah.
they have just disappeared. And I mean, you are, let's say, one of the world's top breeders already for so many years. Like, what is the key to stay on the top? Like, is it the problem that people after some years become kennel blind, that they cannot see anymore their own dogs in a real way to see what is good, what is bad? What do you think is the problem?
I think the problem is exactly like you say, that they become kennel blind and that they try, try to see the dogs good and wonderful while it isn't. That's the point. That is, and always what I also say always, there is no elevator to success. There is no elevator to breeding. You have to take the stairs. You have to
Yes.
learn one by one, litter for litter. I was lucky, of course, but keep a whole litter, let it grow up, let's see how it develops. This is, I think, a bigger success to learn the breed. And
Yeah.
the only ones, don't talk to too many. When you have a wonderful person, like thank God we have two, who works with my dogs, and I ask him, what do you think about it? And he said, oh, this and that, Mieke, that I would like, and still can think by myself, he's right. He's right. And also the
Yeah.
way around. And I think when it goes really, really quickly, you cannot buy yourself a champion and breed another champion and go on and on. This is not how it goes. Sometimes you have to make what I say, things happens yourself. You have to work for it.
Yeah. And I think what you said just now, I think it's so important, and so crucial for the success in any kind of things that you do in life is to respect other people's opinion,
Respect,
to be
yes,
able
very
to
deeply
be
respect.
yes,
Yeah,
to be able to listen what other people have to say and
yeah.
to accept their opinion, and maybe not to listen to their opinion but still to accept it. I think
Yeah, I
that's
think
very
the
important.
difference between learning and having, when, like I said, in the old days, when like these people from Tajana said to me, "Oh, but that is wrong, and that shouldn't be this way," and I was doubting this. I was thinking, well, I don't know. Then you find out yourself, you learn and you see, but you not directly scream, "No, this is not true," but this is a learning process you do for yourself. Do you know what I mean?
Yes,
This is a learning
yes,
process you do
yes,
for yourself without, attacking people. You keep the respect, and then you talk about it. Well, is this true? Because this or that. And then when it is a good mentor, it will say to you, "Okay, in a way you're right." And this is the whole learning process, how it should go. But not like when you have 3 years a dog, or if it is an Affenpinscher or whatever, a poodle, and then act like you know the world out of it. This is not, this is a process.
yeah. Well, okay, we are left with only one question, Mika, and this is, listen, this is the most important question of all the talking here. We
Yeah.
have been online live 1 hour 51 minutes. Well, we
Oh,
have lost yes, we have lost for sure 20 minutes with my technical problems and 20 minutes with your technical problems, but there is a question that is like very important. Listen, are you ready?
I'm ready. Born ready.
Okay. Okay. There is somebody who wants to ask you
Ah.
when I am going to become a father. When I'm going to become finally a father.
Our terror Zip. Well, tell Zip,
Because
Zippy. I tell him
Zippy,
there is somebody coming
he,
up. I promise him.
he
I
is very
promise him. I promise.
he is very upset with you, very
I
upset
can imagine.
because
I can
yes,
imagine.
and he doesn't
Oh
want
my
to die as
gosh.
a virgin.
He's
He
still looking
doesn't want to
good.
die as a virgin.
He looks
So
so good.
now
But I promise.
you have promised it live
I
to my
promised him
Zippy.
in the face. Yes, definitely. He's still looking good.
He is the best. Like he is the absolutely the best.
My
Look, he has
God, Ante, was he a terror puppy, wasn't he?
yes.
Oh,
So okay. Anyhow, Zipilo can go back to his chair because he was watching carefully all the interview. Uh, what I wanted to say
thank
first of all, what I wanted to say first of all is a huge thank you to you, Mieke, for accepting
was lovely.
to be guest of the first Talking Dogs with Ante, because I
My
have
honor.
really with all the technical problems and with everything, I have really enjoyed
Me
this
too,
time.
really.
I would like to thank this at the moment 223 persons who are watching this for staying with us and for not quitting and for not going away
Oh,
when
that's
we started to
wonderful.
have the problem. I
Thank you
hope you
so
have all
much.
enjoyed it. Yes,
Thank you to all
and
of them.
yes, and really, I would really like from my side and from Mika's side to thank you for being with us. And
Very much.
I don't like people to say what somebody likes to say. So I will really appreciate from all of you who have been watching this to send me a very honest opinion about how did it go, and if we should continue this or if we should stop it forever. I would like to thank Christian and Jovana also for all the help. I think it was very stressful also for them,
Oh,
but I have
yes.
really enjoyed it. And Mika, you have been. I could not ask for a better first guest for this
Thank
thing.
you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, Ante. Thank
Yes.
you.
Thank you all. I'm back. I think most people can see me, but I'm back. I want to thank you all. This is our first time doing this. We have been doing the webinars for the grooming, but usually it's just myself. I don't invite people in screen. So this was our first time doing this. So, but it's gonna be great. I think it's gonna work. We just had a little problems today, but those will get fixed so fast.
Yes,
It's gonna be
many things.
awesome. And also, I wanted to tell you all too. We're gonna try to do some in Spanish also. We're gonna do some interviews in Spanish also, so more people, of course.
Not with me.
Not
Not with me,
with
definitely.
yes, not with Ante, or he has a couple of weeks to learn Spanish. But no, we'll
Yeah,
do
well,
with Spanish, and so we're gonna try to get people from Latin America, and of course many more in English. So that's gonna be great.
I can only do this Televisa Presenta, this
Yeah.
thing, but not anything more than that. But anyhow, thank you everyone. Thank you, Christian. Thank you, Jovan. And thank you, especially Mieke. And thank you everyone for being with us.
That's it. Okay, guys. Thank you so much. We'll see you hopefully every Friday.
Thank you.
So,
Bye bye.
we'll see you next
Thank
time.
you. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.